All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever had any kind of success, you know there's this little shadow that creeps in right behind it, your own ego. And the higher you climb, the harder it gets to keep your head straight. So today, we're going to break down a really powerful set of protocols designed to do one thing: guard your ego and protect your clarity.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Mastery's deadliest trap: believing your press. That's it. That's the moment it all goes sideways. When you start believing your own hype. When you confuse who you are with what you do. That's the fertile ground where ego just loves to grow. Which, brings us to the big question: how do you protect that clarity? How do you stay grounded when everyone around you and even the voice inside your own head is telling you how great you are? Well, this system we're about to walk through is the answer.
Okay, so the whole thing is built on this one core idea, this central metaphor that makes everything else click: the signal and the channel. And look, this isn't just some clever phrase, it's a complete shift in how you see yourself and your work.
Let's define our terms. The channel, that's you. Think of yourself as the vessel, the conduit that ideas and intuitions flow through. The key here: you are not the source. Getting that distinction is everything. It's about staying humble and keeping that channel clean for the real work to come through. So here it is, side by side. The channel is you, the vessel, the conduit. Your job is humility. The signal, that's the work itself. That's the intuition, the message, the art. The second you start thinking you are the signal, well, that's when the ego takes over and the whole channel gets clogged with static. So how do we actually keep that channel clean, right? We can't just sit around and hope for the best. We need a proactive defense. And that's where these 3 shields come in. Let's get into them. And listen, this is super important. We're talking about a system of 3 practices that are totally non-negotiable. These aren't just a few helpful tips you can kind of pick and choose from. No, they work together. They form a discipline to guard your clarity. First up, Shield 1, the weekly field fast. This is your reset every single week. We're talking a minimum of 4 hours, no exceptions. The rules are simple but strict. No screens, no news, and no talking about other people. The whole point is to cut out all the external noise so you can reconnect with that core mantra: I am not the signal, I am the channel. Okay, Shield 2 is a deeper dive. It's your quarterly reset, called seasonal grounding. This is a 3-day thing. Days 1 and 2 are for stabilization, but day 3, that's where the magic happens. A silent hike, some focused breathing, and then this monster of a journal prompt. Where is ego masquerading as mastery? Oof, that's a tough, honest look in the mirror. And the third shield is for right in the heat of the moment, the praise neutralizer. You know when someone gives you a compliment and you feel your chest puff out a little? This protocol cuts that off at the knees. The trigger is the compliment. The action is simple. You touch your heart, you smile, and you say, coherence does the work. I just get out of the way. And this isn't fake humility, it's a statement of fact in this system. It's a powerful way to remind yourself and them that you're just the channel. Just let that one sink in. It's a powerful way to reframe where the credit really belongs. Okay, so those shields are your proactive, everyday defense. But what happens if you feel like the ego has already kind of slipped past the gates? Well, for that, you need a diagnostic tool, and that's what we call the ego mirror test. No, this is so effective because it is just dead simple. You literally pull out your phone and you record yourself explaining a concept, like intuition, to a friend. Then you watch it back, but you're not watching for content. You're counting how many times you say I. And more importantly, you're watching your body language. Is there a little bit of a superior tone, a posture that kind of says, yeah, I know things? It's a brutally honest mirror. So you do the test, and yep, you see it. You can actually see the ego's influence in your words, in your posture. The big question is, what now? You can't just go, oh, that's interesting, and move on. You have to act. The system has a very clear prescription. And it's not a suggestion, it's mandatory. First, you do an extended 48-hour field fast. You're starving the ego of attention. And second, you do a service project, something where you can help out silently, anonymously. It's all about making yourself small again, reminding yourself you're just a small part of a much, much bigger picture. So let's pull all these pieces together, right? The shields, the fasts, the mirror test, they're all serving one ultimate purpose. One single goal that this entire philosophy is built around.
And this is it. This is the whole ball game right here. The cleaner the channel, the brighter the signal. Your primary job isn't to create a brilliant signal. Your job is to maintain a clean channel. You have to guard it relentlessly from all the noise of the ego.
And why does any of this matter so much? Because your clarity, that's your superpower. It's your single greatest asset. It doesn't matter if you're an artist, an athlete, a CEO. The second you lose that clarity to ego, you've lost your edge. These protocols, they're just the tools you use to protect it. So I'll just leave you with this one last question to think about. When you look at your own life, your own work, what's the noise? What praise, what criticism, what internal stories are interfering with your signal? Because the first step to cleaning the channel is just figuring out where the static is coming from.